The wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. So they're being reserved right now. It's slowly coming on them, and then it's gonna hit them. And all these damn devils are gonna be put to death. Their kids is going into slavery. You know what I'm saying? They there's nothing they can do to get out of this. Get out of this judgment. They on their last leg right now. They thought they could get away with it forever and never and never, but it ain't happening.
Quality, and they are the moral wardens of our time, and then they do.
And they quick when somebody else does something, they quick to be the first ones to say he needs to go to jail, he needs to get punished for his actions. Biggest hypocrites on earth. Biggest. And it says, I'm going to start from the top. Job 21:30. That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. So they're being brought forth now to the day of wrath. What's that day of wrath? Them ICBM missiles. When America is destroyed, because America will be destroyed.
Something like this.
Verse 2, for men will be lovers of themselves. I hardly know what to say. Because people have always been lovers of themselves. I mean, is this something that just started in our current generation? But you know what's so strange about our current generation? I don't know if there has ever been such a deliberate, calculated, focused effort to teach a culture to deliberately love themselves the way it has been for the last.
And this Edomite right here, I wouldn't spend 1 second listening to this damn Edomite, because they don't know the Bible. They shouldn't have the Bible. The Most High said, what are you to declare my statutes? Paraphrasing. But a lot of these false prophets, a lot of these heathens, in these last days, they want to turn to the Most High, but that ain't their power. They have no power, man. Their power is Satan. And Satan got them in the trick bag because Satan works for the Most High, and the Most High controls Satan. So this is Matthew 24:5. It said, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. So listening to this man, he's going to deceive you. This is the example of a false prophet right here, which he cannot be a prophet, because he's not an Israelite. He's not of the seed. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If you don't go down that seed, you're a nobody, man. All these other nations, you're nobody. If you don't go down that line. As the Lord said in the book of Isaiah. Let me get that real quick. Because these other nations, they're nobodies, man. They are nobody. The Most High is only dealing with one nation. So the Most High said, Isaiah 40:17, all nations before him are as nothing. So it doesn't matter what this man says, what this devil says, he's nothing. And they are counted to him less than nothing. What's less than nothing? Nothing. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. And vanity. Everything he's speaking is vain. Everything. It's for naught. He can't come out there and teach nobody the scriptures, because the scriptures wasn't given to him. What the so-called white man did, he took the scriptures and he flipped it and made it to fit his agenda, and had everybody thinking that he's the great man when he's the worst and when he's the base man. You know? That's the look he gonna have with his hands up like, I lied. Hey. Amiso, what do you want? I lied.
40 or 50 years in the Western world. I mean, the love of self has always been out there, make no mistake about it. It's not like we just learned how to do this. But I don't know a time where entire curriculum of school districts has been focused on getting the students to love themselves more.
That's your system, Esau. That's your system. You know? Because these heathens, they'll come up and they'll say, oh, I don't do nothing. I make this and that, and I don't have any control over that. It's still your people though, man. You know, like I said earlier, you know, who the wicked was. I'ma just get it. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So the school system, the court system, the jail system, the medical system, the judicial system, all of it is wicked. All of it is corrupt because the school system, everything is corrupt because the so-called white man is in power and he runs this earth. Point blank, period. That's it. You know? You can't come up and gainsay and you got brothers, oh, well, black people do bad too. Everybody been a slave in the in this world, and I seen some mega coons come up and say they flipped the whole thing. They said, oh, the white man is being persecuted right now. The white man is being killed because of the color of his skin. Where is that happening then? Who's running up on the white man, on the so-called white man killing? People out their damn mind, man. Our people are out of their damn mind, man.
This is something that's just characteristic of people in general, but oh, how it seems so intense, so prevalent in our modern day.
I saved money with Liberty Mutual's customized insurance. Some of it went towards a family trip. I can't say where.
Salakia as well. See. Because that's what our people do, chase a mirage. What's the mirage? America. That's a huge mirage. It's the Matrix. It's all fake. You know, it's all fake. Everything in this society is fake, man. It's only for a temporary purpose and a temporary gain. It's just to keep your mind distracted from what's the reality. What is the reality? That America's going to be destroyed. You know? The only thing that's real is this truth. The truth of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in this Bible. That's it.
I think the better approach is to do what Paul said in Romans chapter 12, verse 3, where he said this, to everyone who is among...
These heathens, they love going to Paul's writings, but they don't understand Paul's writings. You know? They don't.
You not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, The point isn't to say love yourself or hate yourself. The point is to say simply this: believe what God says about who you are.
So why don't you believe what he said about you, Esau? That you're a base man, that you're gonna be destroyed, that you're red, that you're an Edomite. But you don't want to live with that reality, though. You don't want to live with that reality.
The good, and there's plenty of good, but the bad as well, and there's a good measure of bad.
Who's the bad? You so-called white people are the bad. Who's the good? The Israelites.
So he goes on, men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, men will be boasters.
And who's the lover of money? Who's the number one culprit? Who's the greediest man on this planet? The so-called white man you looking at.
Proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents.
Oh, blasphemous. Oh, the so-called white man is the number one blasphemer. When he put the white image up of Yahushua, he put a faggot Edomite beast up and said that was the Messiah. You know, when it says the Messiah is dark-skinned man, woolly hair, skin like burnt brass, as if it burnt in the furnace. Why don't you bring that out, man? See, these pastors out here with these prosperity doctrines and God is all love and this and that, and he loves everybody and everybody can be saved. All you got to do is give your life over to Jesus Christ. When it ain't like that, man. They're liars, man. They serpents. You can't trust them. Look how red this man is, man.
Parents, men will be unthankful, unholy. Now into verse 3, unloving, unforgiving. And we would say this.
Yeah, Esau's going to be unforgiving.
That since the beginning of time, these things have been characteristic of humanity. From the very beginning of time, Cain murdered Abel. But we look around at the world that we live in today, and I look at it and I just sort of, friends, I gasp just a little bit. Look, I could go through each item on this list. Lovers of themselves. Boy, could we talk about that for a long time? Lovers of money. Oh boy. Boasters, proud, blasphemers. And several times before, when I've taught this chapter, I've given a slice from the current news that illustrates each one of those things. And it's easy to do. To coin a phrase, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. I mean, the fish are right there. It's not hard. They're just, wow, it's easy. But I think about past times when I've taught this passage.
But see, when we see how you don't hear a peep. You don't hear a peep. When he's talking, first of all, he has a megaphone or whatever that is that he got. Is a microphone, whatever. He's yelling, right? He's preaching. You don't hear a peep wherever he's at. I don't hear nobody jumping in. I don't see nobody jumping in his face. I don't see nobody trying to stop him and tell him he's wrong. He's preaching hate. But when the brothers come out there on the highways and the hedges, weekend after weekend, you got our people who will willingly sit there and listen to this devil and not say nothing and clap their hands. But when they come outside, they'll curse us out. They'll spit on us. You know, they'll throw things at us. They'll call the cops on us. I just don't get that, man. People love a lie. They don't like the truth. People do not like the truth. If you speak the truth, you're a terrorist. They put you on a list. If you speak the truth. If you read the Bible, okay, let's just say they don't believe in the Bible. And they say it's just a book. So, you want to get brothers locked up because they read in a book? You want to spit on brothers because they read in a book? So it's obviously more than that. The Holy Scriptures is the most powerful book on this planet. That's it. People can't take the truth. People can't take the words that are actually in the Bible. You know, so they want to pick and choose. They want to pick and choose and say, "Oh, I want to hear this because this is smooth," and then don't tell me this because I don't like this. You know, so I'm gonna get this scripture. I'm gonna get one or two more, and that's it. This is Isaiah chapter 30. Chapter 30, verse 9. That this is a rebellious people. Who's a rebellious people? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Rebellious, man. To their own people. Lying children. Children that will not hear the law of the Lord. What's the law of the Lord? The scriptures. Law, statutes, and commandments. You know, the law is light. You want to see? You gotta obey that law. And if not, you're gonna be in darkness. And where you go when you're in darkness? To devils like this one. To the devil. You go straight to the devil when you're in darkness. Anybody can get you. You know, you'll be caught up with anything. You believe anything. You know, you can't. Our people are so docile and so happy-go-lucky and love everybody and this and that they don't even see what's in front of them. You know?
And I wonder if I taught it with the right heart. There's almost a sense in which we read.
Esau don't have a heart, man. Esau doesn't have a heart. Verse 10. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, which is the truth. Don't teach us the truth. Don't teach us that truth. Don't teach us the truth. Speak unto us smooth things. And don't get me wrong, there are smooth things in the truth. Like you gonna get salvation. You are the greatest people on the earth. That's smooth things, right? The so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans are the Lord's chosen people. That's a smooth thing. You know? But what they say, prophesy deceits, which means lie to us. Deceive us. I love a lie. Lie to me. That's what they say to themselves when they go in these churches on Sunday. Lie to me. Matter of fact, I love the way you lie to me so much, I'm going to pay you to lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense?
The terrible description of what humanity will be like in the very last days. We see how frighteningly accurate it is of a description of the present day. To say, Lord, let there be a great harvest. Father, we see so much corruption, so much decadence, so much failure and brutality and weakness, and life is cheap. And we go on and we see it all today, Lord. Father, the times are so black. Would you please shine your light in a glorious way? We want you to rescue people from...
The light is the law, like I said. And who is given the law? Who is given the law? Let me get it. Who was given the law? Who's that light? This is Psalms 147, verse 19. He sheweth his word unto Jacob. What's the word? The law, the scriptures. Who's Jacob? The forefather of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Jacob had 12 sons, which made off and branched the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Right? His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So, the law was given to Israel. That's it. What's the light? The law is the light. The law was given to Israel. So, who can be the light? Who can see? Who's able to see? Israel. That's it. Verse 20. I love this part. He have not dealt so with any nation. So that means the Most High is not dealing with no other nation besides Israel. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Because these other nations don't know the Lord's judgment. These other nations don't know the laws of the Most High. That's why this place is the way it is. It's horrible, man. It's wicked. It's satanic. It's only going to get more and more satanic. You know? The Lord ain't dealing with no other nation. He's not dealing with no other nation. He wasn't dealing with no other nations, whether you want to say it in the New or Old Testament. He wasn't dealing with no other nation. He was only dealing with Israel through the whole Bible. You know? Praise ye the Lord. Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushua.
The brokenness and the depravity and the self-destruction of everything that this describes.
It's a subject stirring a lot of debate. Should Missouri schools offer a Bible course as an elective for students to take? A bill allowing it is on track to becoming a reality.
To approve a bill that would make the Bible.
It's crazy how you got to pass a bill to read the Bible.
An elective class in public schools.
Bible is a 2,000 plus old document. Has a lot of historical significance. It formed our nation.
Call hello, Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushua. Shalom.